Jake picks up a side hustle. Marcus starts investing. They both think they're on the fast track to wealth. They're both wrong because Jake forgot to count the hours and Marcus forgot that his money needs time to actually do anything. And when you compare where they end up after 10 years, one of them is exhausted and the other one is barely getting started. The real answer is not the one either of them expected. Alright, here's the deal. Jake and Marcus are both 25, both earning $55,000 a year at their day jobs. Same city, same rent, same expenses. After bills, they each have about $500 a month in leftover cash. Not a lot, but enough to do something with. The question is, what? Jake decides to start freelancing on the side. Graphic design, he's decent at it, taught himself over the past couple years and figures he can pick up clients on nights and weekends. Within a few months, he's pulling in an extra $1,500 a month. That's real money. He can feel it. His bank account looks different. His confidence is different. He's telling his friends about it. They're impressed. Some of them are jealous. Marcus takes his $500 a month and drops it into a total stock market index fund, sets up an auto transfer on the first of every month, and basically forgets about it. No clients, no deadlines, no late night emails. He checks his account once a quarter, sees a number that's slightly bigger than last time, and goes back to watching TV. Nobody's impressed. Nobody asks him about it. There's no story to tell at dinner. On day one, Jake is winning and it's not even close. $1,500 a month versus $500 a month. Triple the firepower. Jake's extra income in year one totals $18,000. Marcus's portfolio after year one, including contributions and market growth, is sitting at around $6,300. Jake could literally buy a car with the gap between them. Marcus has a brokerage account and a confirmation email. But let's keep going. By year two, Jake is rolling. He's raised his rates, picked up a few recurring clients, and now he's averaging $2,000 a month from his side hustle. That's $24,000 a year on top of his salary. He's upgraded his apartment, bought some new gear, and started eating out more. Lifestyle's gotten better. He deserves it, right? He's working hard. The problem is that Jake's spending has quietly risen alongside his income. He's earning $2,000 extra a month, but only saving about $800 of it. The other $1,200 just kind of disappears. New subscriptions, better restaurants, a nicer car payment. Nothing crazy, just a slow creep of lifestyle inflation that happens to almost everyone who starts making more money. Marcus is still investing $500 a month. His portfolio is around $13,000. Boring, unremarkable. But every dollar he put in is still there and it's starting to earn money on its own. Not much yet. Maybe $50 to $80 a month in growth, but it's something Jake's extra income will never do. It works while Marcus sleeps. Year 3. This is where Jake starts feeling it. He's been freelancing for almost 3 years now. Nights, weekends, lunch breaks. His clients expect fast turnarounds. His phone buzzes with revision requests at 10 p.m. He missed 2 friends' birthdays last month because of deadlines. He's tired. Not burnt out yet, but he can see it from where he's standing. Here's the thing about side hustle income that nobody talks about on social media. It's linear. Every dollar Jake earns requires Jake to show up and do the work. He stops working, the money stops coming. There's no autopilot. There's no compounding. There's no momentum that carries itself forward. It's a treadmill. A well-paying treadmill, sure, but a treadmill. Marcus's money is doing something completely different. It's compounding. His portfolio at year 3 is roughly $21,000. The market returned about 10% on average, and his gains are starting to generate their own gains. It's small right now, barely noticeable, but the curve is bending. Every year that passes, the gap between what Marcus puts in and what his portfolio grows by gets wider. He's not working harder. His money is. Let's talk about the real cost of a side hustle: time. Jake spends about 15 to 20 hours a week on freelancing. That's essentially a part-time job on top of his full-time job. Over a year, that's 780 to 1,040 hours. If Jake earns $24,000 a year from his side hustle and works 900 hours, his effective hourly rate is about $26.67. Not bad, but not amazing either when you factor in what he's giving up. He's not exercising as much. He's not sleeping as well. He's not seeing friends or family as often. He's not investing in skills that could get him promoted at his actual job, where a raise would come with benefits, retirement matching, and 0 extra hours. The opportunity cost of a side hustle is invisible but enormous. Every hour Jake spends designing logos for clients is an hour he's not spending on the thing that could 10 times his income long term, his career. Marcus spends about 30 minutes a month on his investments. That's 6 hours a year. He uses the other 894 hours. Jake is freelancing to sleep, read, work out, take an online course, and eventually earn a promotion that bumps his salary from $55,000 to $68,000. That $13,000 raise didn't require a single client, a single deadline, or a single late night. And it comes with benefits Jake's side hustle will never offer. Employer 401k match, better health insurance, paid time off. Year 5. Let's check the scoreboard. Jake has earned roughly $100,000 to $110,000 in total side hustle income over 5 years. Impressive number. But after lifestyle inflation, taxes, and business expenses, he's actually saved and invested about $35,000 to $40,000 of it. The rest got absorbed. Not wasted exactly, just spent on a nicer life that now costs more to maintain. Oh, and taxes. Side hustle income gets hit with self-employment tax. That's an extra 15.3% on top of your regular income tax. Jake's $24,000 in freelancing income doesn't stay $24,000. After federal tax, state tax, and self-employment tax, he keeps maybe $15,000 to $17,000 of it. That's a chunk most side hustlers don't calculate until April when the bill shows up and ruins their week. Marcus has been investing $500 a month for 5 years. After his raise, he bumped it to $700 a month. His portfolio is sitting at approximately $45,000 to $50,000. He contributed about $38,000 total. The rest is pure growth, and here's the part that matters. That growth is accelerating. Year 1, his portfolio grew by maybe $600 on its own. Year 5, it grew by over $4,000 on its own. Same effort from Marcus. Zero effort, actually. The money is doing more work each year. Now, let's jump to year 10. This is where the story flips. Jake is 35. He's been side hustling for a decade. Some years were great. Some years he lost clients and income dropped. He took a few months off when he hit burnout around year 7, which meant zero side income during that stretch. Over 10 years, his total side hustle earnings were roughly $180,000 to $200,000. After taxes, expenses, and lifestyle creep, he managed to save and invest about $60,000 to $75,000 of it. If he invested that consistently, his portfolio might be worth $90,000 to $110,000, depending on timing and consistency. But Jake's also exhausted. He spent somewhere between 8,000 and 10,000 hours freelancing over the past decade. That's the equivalent of 4 to 5 years of full-time work, on top of his actual full-time job. He's made money, but he paid for it with time, energy, relationships, and health. Marcus kept investing. After his raise, he bumped contributions to $700 a month. A few years later, another promotion brought his salary to $78,000 and he bumped contributions to $1,000 a month. His portfolio at year 10, roughly $160,000 to $180,000. He contributed about $85,000 total. The other $75,000 to $95,000 is compound growth, money that made itself, and the curve is now steep. His portfolio is adding $15,000 to $18,000 a year in growth alone. That's more than Jake's net side hustle income in most years. And Marcus isn't doing anything for it. That's the crossover point. The moment where invested money generates more wealth annually than active work. Jake has to keep showing up. Marcus's money shows up for him. But I gotta be honest about where side hustles genuinely win. Speed. In the early years, nothing beats active income for building capital fast. If you have zero savings and need to build a financial base, a side hustle gets you there way faster than investing $200 a month. You can't invest what you don't have. A side hustle creates the money that investing needs to work with. Skill building. Jake didn't just earn money freelancing, he learned client management, pricing, marketing, time management, and negotiation. Those skills translate everywhere. Some side hustles turn into full-time businesses, some lead to career pivots that double or triple your income. The side hustle itself might be a treadmill, but the skills you build on it are assets. Control. Jake decides how much he works, who he works with, and what he charges. Marcus's returns depend entirely on what the market does. In 2008, the market dropped 37%. In 2020, it dropped 34% in a month. Marcus has zero control over that. Jake's income only drops if he stops working. There's a psychological safety in earning money through effort that passive investing can never replicate, and some side hustles can become passive. If Jake transitions from freelancing to selling digital templates, building an online course, or creating content that earns ad revenue, his income can eventually decouple from his time. That's the holy grail. Active income that evolves into passive income. But getting there takes years, and most people never make the transition. So what's the real answer? They work best together. And that's not a cop-out. It's the math. The ideal play looks like this. Use a side hustle to generate extra income in the early years. Live on your salary, invest the side hustle money aggressively. Every dollar from the hustle goes straight into index funds or other investments. Don't inflate your lifestyle. Don't upgrade your apartment. Don't buy the nicer car. Treat side hustle income as investment fuel, not spending money. If Jake had invested his entire net side hustle income from day one instead of letting lifestyle creep absorb it, his portfolio at year 10 would be north of $200,000. Combined with the skills he built, the career options he created, and the financial cushion he established, he'd be in a dramatically stronger position than either strategy alone. The side hustle builds the capital. Investing builds the wealth. One without the other is either a treadmill or a slow drip. Together, they're a machine. So the next time someone asks you whether you should start a side hustle or start investing, the answer isn't one or the other. It's which one first and what do you do with the money from it? Because that sequence is the difference between working forever and eventually not having to.